Welcome to the Friday Mailbag. It's Friday. That's not the intro. That's just a warm-up. We're just teasing you with the warm-up
I
intro.
was like, whoa, when did we intro this
no.
early into the show? What is happening?
No. So, Eden, I was listening to All Fantasy Everything yesterday, and this made me think of you, and it's a great moment in podcasting. I'm going to play it for you guys. It's from yesterday's episode with Katie Nolan. But man, so they did appliances, and the producer, Zach's producer for Emotional, picked a rice cooker. And
Yes.
he said, not to be a stereotype, but you know, it's changed my life. And then this reaction from the whites.
I don't really ever cook rice, which is why
that's because
it's
you're
hard
racist.
if you don't have a rice cooker.
Yeah.
Well, we used to do it in a saucepan. I remember
Cook it in a
seeing you
pan.
get it in a yeah, it does. But you gotta stir it a lot. Put a lot of butter in it.
Butter.
Yeah.
What? What is happening?
You get the rice and it goes in the microwave. Okay. I'm all good.
We used to put, I don't know, I don't make it anymore, but we used to put water and butter and rice in the pan, and then you'd let it boil, and the butter would keep it from sticking to itself and make it taste like butter, which was nice.
What is that?
Standard till now.
Stand up next to you.
Twitter.
I put butter right there in my rice. Bless the USA.
The way that Isaac said butter has been stuck with me since I heard that. It's just he's so disgusted.
I'm saying,
the concept of putting butter in his rice.
I mean, like, I don't
tell me you're from the Midwest without telling me you're from the Midwest.
She's from Boston.
Yeah,
really?
I think it's just being white. I don't think it's even a Midwest thing.
I've no, we're not gonna put that on being white. I've never heard that before. I lived in the Midwest. I never heard that before. That is a Nolan thing.
Okay,
that's a
Katie Nolan thing. That can't be put on all whites. I'm sorry.
My mom
I will
does
say that I learned
sugar.
this like sometime where I was well into like my teenage years when I found out that people did cook rice. Well, on a stovetop for one, which like I don't even know how to begin to approach that cooking process. It's
very simple.
wrong,
water.
First of all, but it doesn't make any sense. Whatever.
Butter,
butter. But like someone told me that they put butter in rice. I was like, I'm sorry, like I don't like my brain like went into like does not compute.
You mean like putting butter on rice, like as like a topping?
No, I don't even know. Like I was just like they were just like
I have seen that before.
Butter, or I mean, like it's different when it's like we're talking about like a rice pilaf or something because that's not Asian. That's not the kind of rice I'm talking about. I can't speak for that pilaf. Right? Is it pilaf?
I feel like on the package sometimes it says like a tablespoon of butter. Like
it
optional,
does.
It will say.
It does, but that's
not
for
like Asian rice.
That's just American. That's American.
Yeah,
that could be any recipe.
Yeah, cereal.
and then just put a little butter.
I did grow up in Arkansas, so
yeah,
we do sell deep fried butter at the state fair.
Yeah, just put a little butter on that tomato salad.
Yeah.
Ooh, a tomato salad. That sounds great.
With some
My
butter.
grandpa used to butter his pizza.
What?
That's Wisconsin right there.
That's
Jesus.
Green Bay shit.
Yeah, that is white.
I mean, what do you mean?
And
then salt it.
On that? Like what? Like
salt it.
Like you?
Is it a plain
spreadable butter
I saw
or
on
like
the elliptical and khakis?
Okay, so did he use real butter or did he use like the old spray butter? Do you guys remember there used to be butter in a spray container?
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was awful.
And don't
my God.
give me margarine and tell me it's butter. Don't ever do that. That's sick. It's not interchangeable.
I want to get back to this very important butter conversation, but Mo arrived at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Paul Mooney's wine pouch wanted to know how late will Mo be. A confidence man flag of hate. He said Mo than 15 minutes. He's safely less than 15 minutes.
Well, what happened was I was set up in the kitchen. And then I was
Anytime you start a sentence with what happened was.
What happened, I was set up in the kitchen, and then I was told, oh, no, you can't do that here tonight. Right? Yeah. And so I had to reshuffle. So I would have been on time. But
yeah, well,
if you were on time, you would have been on time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I would have
been. I was close.
Yeah. That's a good story you made up there.
No, that's okay. Whatever.
Mo, butter in your rice, yay or nay?
Ooh.
While cooking it.
What kind of
Well,
rice?
just in general, like while cooking, like just
Good
like
question.
regular white rice or brown rice or whatever.
No, but like if I'm doing it's
just
something
a
that I
side,
think
like a side of rice.
Persians do that a lot. Like that's something that's very kind of common in Persian cooking, from my understanding. So, but not anywhere else. So that's why I asked. But I do know. I don't do it.
That's a no for Mo.
I might throw
No butter.
on there.
I mean,
makes it
I will
kinda
say,
gummy,
I got this
like,
Irish
sticky,
butter that's
though.
really good. This
Well, I was
Irish
about
butter
to
is
say, so
super
I
Is it
good.
like
converted-
Keurig or something?
It's
or-
the only thing that the Irish have done well.
I converted to
What's
using
the
French churned butter, and I cannot use any type of butter ever again.
That's-
It's
yeah,
like it's like
that's tough to
go back from.
$14 for a circle of butter, but like it has changed my
Wow.
butter
Worth it.
life. Like I
It's
will
worth
share
it,
a photo later, but like
Huh.
No,
Yeah.
that butter. Oh my god,
$14
just
butter?
dude. It should be 50.
with inflation.
$50 butter?
It should be
10.
50.
Okay,
It's so
Erwan,
good.
calm down.
I think it was
Got it.
$10 when I first moved to New York. Now it's $14. Or I may have
Thanks,
just gone to a
Biden.
different store. Who knows? But
Oh.
you know.
Mm.
I dabbled in some more expensive butter at one point, and then I went back to the pretty standard butter. And I mean the Irish butter that Zach's talking about, you can get it at Trader Joe's for not that expensive.
Yeah, it's not that bad at
not
Whole
bad.
Foods either. Like it's pretty.
Marigold
it's pretty
or whatever?
reasonable.
Kerrygold, yeah.
Yeah.
But
they used to have it at Costco, and the unsalted kind, and now
Yeah.
you can't find it anywhere in Costco.
They
It's
cut
actually
you
really
off.
annoying.
Because people are
They
eating
did.
sticks of it for their carnivore diets. It's disgusting.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
I am.
It's because
No,
everyone who
we're
bought
gonna
it
do it.
died from a heart
Yeah.
attack.
The carnivore diet. Just
A-
stop with all this bullshit.
Carbs
okay?
are good. You don't
Eat
need all
a
this.
vegetable.
I just found out about this like a
Not
week
dipped in
ago when I
butter.
went to dinner with my friend, and he
It's
was like,
just-
"Yeah, I've
it's
somehow
just
fallen
some-
into like this
Somehow,
carnivore,
I've somehow fallen into it.
carnivore
Shut
Just
the
eating
fuck up.
butter
algorithm."
You
packets at
chose
the
it.
table.
This is some Liver King bullshit.
Yeah.
That guy looks terrible, by the way.
Who
Yes.
was like on steroids the whole time too,
Of course.
right? That was the whole
Of
story.
course.
Like tried to make it seem natural, and then the whole time he's been
True
roiding
stuff.
up.
I've been trying to get this.
Butter.
There you go. Like that.
Butter.
I love that.
Or the
Butter.
door.
Shut the
Butter.
Ham. Potatoes.
Butter.
Potatoes.
That's a meal.
Ham.
Yeah. We're working on Thanksgiving.
Put together a
By
whole
next
recipe.
year, we'll have a full course ready for you. Don't count on it by tomorrow or next week. But yes,
Carnivore
that-
diet though. Or
It made me laugh
regular.
quite hard just to hear the disgust
Yeah.
at the thought of cooking rice in butter. But I want
They
to
make it sound like they're not
back.
using water. It's just melted butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, I was
Sounds-
confused.
Oh, well, there's a clip of just like if you
Show up on
No,
time,
we're
Mo.
not- have a
no, be
rice
on time,
cooker.
and you get to be a part of the
yeah,
conversation.
there you go. Now we
Okay,
got to do
He
tactical
pulled me into
redundancy.
the.
for all
He
these
stopped the
people.
conversation to pull me in, so it's not like I didn't come in to jump in, going like, "Let me in." I was going to be quiet till the next topic.
we have to
but
talk
Maze
about
pulled
how
me
you're
in,
not on
so I don't know
time,
what you
so
want
now
me to
we're
do.
wasting even more time. Here's what you do: you get on time.
Butter.
You know, if you're on
Mm.
time, it means you're 15 minutes late, Mo. You come from the sports world.
Right on brand. He is awful at podcasting.
Zach is.
Zach, you saw Gladiator 2 last night?
No, I see it tonight.
Oh, you see it tonight.
See it tonight.
That was today's bounce that I read, not yesterday's bounce, where you
Correct.
said you're going to see it. Got it. Okay. So scrap that topic. That's out. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is Paul Bull wants to know, did Mo sell the car?
Oh,
Yes.
good question.
Ooh.
The car was sold.
How difficult of a process was that?
How many trips?
It was no. It was difficult because of me, and not the process itself would have been fine. But the issue was the car was in my
You weren't on
mother's
time.
name.
Oh,
No, the car was in my mother's name, and I had to get a new title. I had to get a replacement title, and all that took much longer than it needed to. The actual process was like quick. The only thing that sucked was that I had to come back later to get the check.
oh, so yeah,
Because they don't. They have to have
Yeah.
the check that's made somewhere else and gets sent over.
Yeah. I don't like that it's called a title.
Why not?
It should be
Yeah.
like a car deed or something.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
was
like
thinking a
title
deed.
just doesn't.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
is it
title
called a
just
title?
doesn't make
Like the
it
title,
doesn't make sense
yeah.
to me.
It
It should be a deed.
I don't
car
like
deed.
it.
Yeah, the deed to
The
your
name
car.
of the car is the title,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, that's the
Mazda
model
hatchback.
or the
Model.
make.
It's both.
The
No,
make and
because
model.
the make and model is the title.
Yes, the make with the model
The
together.
full
Title
year make and
equals-
model is the title. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so you want
Yeah,
to call it a
perfect.
deed? You want to call it
Yeah, car
what-
deed. Yes, I want to call it a
Okay.
car deed.
No, I'm out
Automo
on that.
deed.
Proof.
I
Car
don't like
proof.
vehicle deed?
Vehicle deed.
Mr. Deeds.
Future cinephobe.
Huh?
Nope.
Huh? Eh? Oh. So no exciting stories, Mo. It was easier than we all anticipated it would be.
The biggest pain in the ass was the process of the title.
Was it like
did they
make
Carvana,
that so
or like
difficult?
did you sell it like in 2024? Did you like go old school and like take it to like actually like interact with a person, or did you like just
Like
use
in an
Carvana?
alley. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
yeah,
you want
like-
that
Well,
car?
I interacted with the guy at the dealership.
Oh, did they do
So
the whole
that-
like? Let me go back and see if I can
Oh, I
talk
hate
to
that
my
shit.
manager.
No,
or
that's when you're trying to buy a car and that bullshit. But this was more just he gave me a price and I was not expecting for the car. So I was like, yes. Like
You didn't negotiate more?
didn't need to.
That's
I
not
didn't
how
want
that
him.
works.
Zach, I didn't want to dig in any more than we needed to. I got the price. I
They're
got
not gonna
way
go
more
the
than I
other
thought I was
way.
gonna get, and I was like, "Yo,
Oh
I'm
my
in."
God.
Take it and run, Mo.
Oh, you should not run a Pinkberry. This is ridiculous. You got to ask for more.
I'd be great at a Pinkberry, but
It's a movie.
What would you do at a Pinkberry, Mo?
He'd open late.
well, yeah, I'd be open late.
No, you would open the doors late.
No, I'd be open late.
He'd open late, Eddie'd be open late. He'd just
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
my schedule.
Yeah, it works out.
Butter.
He's there all the time. Why he's not allowed to be in the kitchen? He got kicked out. So he just goes to his franchise.
Welcome to the Friday Mailbag. It's Friday. We got the whole gang here. Mo sold the car. He was only a couple minutes late, but he would have been on time if he could have been on time, but he wasn't. So here we are. And I watched the first episode of the new Mike Schur, Ted Danson show, The Man Inside, last night.
I meant to
Everybody see
do that. I meant to do that. I forgot.
I like the
It's my
concept.
favorite book.
Oh, it's based on a book. Didn't even know that.
No. That's an Arrested Development.
Oh,
Thank you.
Joke. Yeah. Katie
Bias
can't read.
No. Is it on Audible?
Yeah.
It's Mike Schur trying to come up with the Ted Danson vehicle as Ted Danson continues to age more and more gracefully. But Ted Danson at
Witchcraft.
76 is a widower hired by a PI to check into a retirement home to solve the crime from the inside.
Oh,
so it's a
yeah.
funny
Oh,
concept.
Okay. I'm into that.
What
I
kind
like
of
it
crime
so
is
far.
What
Love Ted Danson.
Someone-
platform?
It's
Amazon?
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Somebody stole a necklace, a very valuable necklace from someone's grandma, and so
Titanic.
So it's just a robbery.
it's
is
a
the crime.
robbery so far. I mean,
Oh.
we'll see.
Gotcha.
I
Okay,
just
okay.
started.
Maze, can I get a parental rating on this? Because the parentals are coming and I need to find something that is not very inappropriate to watch.
No sex.
It's definitely not inappropriate.
Ted Danson
It's,
shouldn't be having sex.
Yeah,
it's more just
Yeah.
like
I'd be interested.
if you have a family member who's been in assisted living or something like that, it might be that might be a good thing or a bad thing because it's like it's evocative. So it's like it isn't just a laugh out loud comedy necessarily. Like there is a little bit of a tugging at the heartstrings.
Did
Yeah.
I ever tell you about the old guy who wanted to fight me at the retirement home?
What?
One.
How do you have a story
I'm
of
sure you
every
deserved it.
different
This is
type
high
of
school,
person
man.
wanting to fight you?
This is high. I didn't do shit. Two,
Good.
Okay.
I didn't do anything. No, but so this was, I don't know, junior or senior year of high school because we were driving. So my best friend and I, we lived like around the corner from each other. We went to the same high school, and our high school was like, I don't know, like maybe a 25-minute drive for us. But during like third period through lunch, you could sign up to like, I don't know, do some like community service stuff, and it was like going to count towards, I don't know, some bullshit credits or whatever. And so we did that, and we signed up for this I didn't fight him. He wanted to fight me and my friend.
Didn't lie, Eddie.
Well, he wanted to go 2-on-1. He wanted to take.
He wanted to fight everybody. He's just a cranky old guy. This is why I hate old people. And so we picked this retirement home that is like literally by our houses. And so because we would like, all right, we'll go, like leave at the end of second period. We get out of that early. We go home. We'll hang out. We'll then go like do whatever bare minimum community service we have to do. Then we'll go back to one of our houses, like play video games, eat food for lunch, and then go back. And we can always be a little bit late for like the fifth or fourth period or whatever it was. And so like we had this whole scheme, which basically took like an extra hour and a half out of our day, which was great. Like it was so good. And it was all in the name of community service. Well, so my friend would run bingo and cheat. He would be like, "Oh, I'm playing too," and then he would cheat. And it's just ridiculous. And so he was cheating. I was like running the game, like walking around the tables, but he's like spinning the wheel and everything. So this old guy got mad at him over cheating at bingo and accused me of being a part of it, which I wasn't. I definitely was not. And then we would like have to like walk around the floors of the retirement home and I don't know, pick stuff up and check on things and reorganize things or whatever. And so we would do that.
Book cart?
Yeah, there was a book cart.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they had a book cart, and then they had like a VHS cart as well.
Yeah.
This is 20th century. And so we would walk around and like we're bullshitting, we're talking, we're like 16, 17 years old, right? And this guy like comes out of the hallway one day and he's like, "You two need to shut the fuck up." And like we weren't being that loud. Like we were normally loud, but we weren't being that loud that time. And so he starts yelling at us. He's like, "I have a sick wife in there, blah, blah, blah." And we're like, "Okay, like whatever, like sorry." And he just keeps yelling. Like we have apologized, he keeps yelling. So then my friend starts antagonizing him. And then his dog runs out of the apartment, but he doesn't see it. So then like I'm trying to get the dog back into the apartment. My friend is blocking this from happening. And then this guy like slams the door in our faces, not realizing his dog is out there. So then we knock on the door to put his dog back in there. And he like comes out with like a ladle, like a metal ladle or something. Like he comes back out like, and he's like pretending he's gonna hit us or whatever. and so I'm like, I like get the dog back in the room, and then my friend like leaned in, like, "Please hit me with this ladle so we don't have to do this anymore." He's like, "I'll sue you," whatever. And so he like leans in. I'm like, "Let's go." And my friend was just a real shithead, worse than me. And
he should have been hit with that ladle.
And so then the next day, there's this awful smell coming from their home, their apartment or whatever.
Oh boy.
Butter. And we were like, and so we thought like, we're like, "Oh shit, what if she died? Like, what if the sick wife died and she's just in there?" Like it smelled so, I've never smelled anything like that before. We knock on the door to just like see. He comes, like he opens the door, he starts yelling at us again, just for like, we were like not loud that we were just checking on him. He starts yelling at us again. My friend is trying to explain. I'm kind of just standing back because I didn't want to deal with this whole thing. And so he's like, hold on. And he runs back in. And so my friend just walks into the apartment because he thinks there's a dead woman in there. And then as he walks in, the guy goes and grabs his ladle again, this metal thing. And my friend saw it, and it's just like,
here, or is it just a room?
No, this kitchen, like it's like a whole like apartment or whatever.
Okay.
And then so my friend like kind of peeked his head into the kitchen, which was like right there, as this guy comes walking out with the ladle, and he's like, "Oh, he just can't cook. It's just like there was like a stew on the stove or something." But it smelled. God. I've never smelled anything like that. It was like I never smelled a dead body before.
But you imagine that's what it would have smelled like.
Did you see the wife though?
No, Katie.
No, because he got ushered out quickly with a ladle.
Right. She was in the pot.
Scary.
We
Yeah,
I
this
was
is some,
assuming
like,
he was just cooking
Dahmer.
his rice
This is
with
very
butter.
Jeffrey
We-
Dahmer vibes.
We were the last people allowed to volunteer at that retirement
I
home.
wonder why.
Yeah, I would imagine
From our
that
school.
too.
From our
I
school.
mean,
They
also
changed
like,
the policy after that.
why would they? I don't know. I feel like teenagers in a retirement home is just
It's a terrible
not-
idea. It's a
No.
terrible idea.
That's
Who
horrible
came
idea.
up
I
with
volunteered
that
at a
idea?
retirement home with a bunch of people, and it was perfectly fine.
Eden,
no,
where
Emily's
should
nice.
we send
Girls
the teenagers?
are different.
Emily is
Yeah, I
Retire-
was like,
retirement home.
I'm
No,
not
one.
with
teenage
that.
Old
boys.
people.
Thank
Old
you.
people that you're not related to are awful. Awful
can-
human beings.
And some that you
They
are.
are. So- Oh yeah, my grandma. Like one of my grandparents was terrible. The other three were great, but one of them was terrible. But no,
Zach,
old
don't-
people in general are awful people.
Don't you look forward to when you are old being
Yeah.
allowed to be
I
awful?
can't wait.
Because
I'm,
you're
I'm
old.
allowed to be awful. Do you watch the fucking news? Everyone's allowed to be awful now. You get
guess.
promoted if you're awful.
I guess.
I thought this was going to be when the dog ran out. I thought this was going to be the story of how Zach got Boogie.
You think Boogie is 25 years old?
And a retirement home dog.
He's aged so
From a
gracefully.
ladleman?
From a ladleman.
Ladleman.
Come on. No way. The funniest thing about the man inside to me so far is seeing other Mike Schur universe people.
I'm thinking of Arrested Development too, Katie. That's all I
Yeah,
can
that's
think
all I
of.
can-
Is,
Smile and think about Tobias reading from his book. But
Man
the
inside
Ted
me.
Danson's daughter is the waitress, Zach, from Always
Oh,
Sunny, your
my
friend.
good friend. Yeah.
Yep. And
His
she's
real
married to
daughter, or-
Pillboy from the Good Place.
Oh shit. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And they live in Sacramento. And it's like, wow, this is
sounds
imagining
right.
Pillboy dating the waitress
Yeah.
and them having 3 kids is a great crossover.
This is very Sacramento. Yeah.
And then
I've been
the
watching
head of
High
the
Potential
retirement
with
home.
Sweet D.
Oh yeah,
Is that
how's
any
that?
good?
I like it.
That's
So
enough.
she's a
It's a gym show.
maid who
Oh, okay.
solves crimes.
Well, she started as like the cleaner for the LAPD, and then, they need her
Why?
because she has high potential. She's
Mm.
very smart, genius.
Is it a double entendre? Like is
Like,
it
No,
just
it's
stoned
not
all the
weed
time?
related.
Oh.
That's
No.
disappointing. Missed
No,
opportunity.
she just has high potential.
Yeah.
It's not a pun or anything.
I thought it was going to be as well. Surprise.
In-
I didn't do a lot of research.
Incredible conversation about this show. Just
Feeling it.
I mean,
really unbelievable.
this show sounds like it has
I'm learning a lot.
regular amount of potential.
Yeah, it has regular potential. is
Yeah,
what it
this is
sounds
just
like.
a show. Yeah.
I sounds like
Maze,
it
there's
has
a lot
low.
of basis for trivia questions, I would say.
Oh,
A lot
Now
of
it's
random
homework
facts.
for Maze. Now
Get
it's
back to
homework
you.
for Maze.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, everything's homework. Skullbucket asks, would you rather have 8 fingers and 12 toes or 12 fingers and 8 toes?
Toes
Which
are
toes?
useless if we're being
No, they're
honest.
not. You need some for balance.
Yeah, but I just mean like if we're just talking about numbers game, like you can't do anything with an extra toe. Like that's not productive to me.
Also,
but like an
But do
extra.
you want 12
fit
fingers?
into to shoes though. That's the thing. Like think about shoes. You can't fit 12 toes into regular shoes. You'll have to wear sandals.
Well, where are these toes? Are you just widening your foot? Are they going on top of other toes,
Right.
like piano keys?
Gross.
Like what's happening? Yeah.
Piano
Let's
keys.
say you have an extra, essentially like an
Like-
extra middle toe or finger. So it's just
No,
like
I
you have
definitely-
one more.
No,
No,
I'd
I
rather
feel
have
like-
extra
Is it like-
fingers.
Yeah, because that way I can hold one more phone in my hand if I
Whoa! As
You
she
need
holds
to-
up
you need
2
to-
phones.
Why do you have so many
This could be
phones?
3
need
phones.
to. I have
Holy
enough.
burner.
Yeah, you know, this is a lot better.
High potential over here.
to hold 4 phones in hands instead of just 2.
Could you imagine how fast you could type?
That'd be insane.
How long if we added
20% faster, that's it.
all right, if we added 2 fingers, right, to your
Yep.
hands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How
You said
quickly
you added the
One
middle
finger
one?
per hand,
Yeah,
right?
we're adding like a middle one on both hands, right?
A middle
How
one?
quickly do you think you could
Like one
adjust
in here.
to typing with it? Like
Ooh.
not being born with it, but now
Yeah.
it's been added, so
Yeah.
now you gotta
Added?
learn. Like, yeah.
Well,
Ugh,
Honestly, I
that's
feel
not
like
something
that's
that'd
maybe
be
somebody
miserable.
can help with.
if I haven't worked for a long time and then I hit a computer again, I'm like, I feel like I have to relearn how to type sometimes.
Sure.
Can we just not use the extra one and just proceed as usual?
Oh,
It's
just like
just right
type
Oh,
it
so
there.
you're gonna
Be
go
like
pinky
holding
up
it
and
up,
like
yeah.
adjust?
Very fancy.
You just got it. You can now you can type and
And flip
people
someone
off.
off at the same time.
A long
love
time
that.
dream of mine.
What if the
Would've been
finger
fired
was
so much
kind of
sooner.
like, you know, dogs have what's it called, like the dew claw? So they've
Yeah.
got like a.
Yeah.
What if that was like a finger, but it worked as a finger, but it's like down here?
It's
All
up.
right,
It's up
true
on
story.
your forearm. And
Yeah.
it's just
That's
limp.
weird.
Is anyone else thinking about
Store
porn
something here. Like
opportunities?
that.
No.
True
What,
story.
Katie?
Actually, my
No.
my birth father has 6 fingers on his hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where
but it's
is
an
the
extra.
one?
It's an extra thumb attachment. So he's got
Yeah,
like
I
this
was
little.
I was
mini
thinking
thumb.
Does
if
he
you had
have-
another
Can he
thumb,
control it, or is it just like something
Oh,
that
like
Thumb on
this
the other
side?
side.
other
It's not
side.
bendy.
Game
So it
changer.
looks like a
Useful.
turkey when he does
Okay.
this.
That could be handy.
Yes, but
Good
it
one,
doesn't
Mo.
dangle down. It goes to like.
Just in time for the
Yeah.
holidays.
I would prefer a thumb on the other side. I would assume because then you could grip things better,
Is that what you're gonna
Yeah,
say?
I guess
like a
it's,
basketball.
I don't think
Yeah.
extra toes have any utility.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I
extra
was
fingers
thinking.
could, but then I wonder would losing 2 toes. It depends which toes.
If there was the
Yeah.
middle toe, you're fine.
And also, we're humans. We can adapt. Like, if you lose a toe, people have successfully regained their balance after losing a toe. So
Yeah.
I thought you
I'm
were gonna
just
say
like,
regain their toes.
They'll grow them right back.
Well, we learned from weeds that can lead to an illustrious porn career. You lose a toe, you can start towing bitches.
Okay, so if you have an extra toe, that could
Mhm.
also be an money making
Mhm.
whatever.
I don't think you're
Think about the
making
foot
extra.
fetish people.
I don't think you're making extra
You're
money
giving
with an
them
extra
more
toe.
bang for their
I-
buck.
I think you're making extra money by missing a toe.
I think both.
I think
have-
either way.
I think both have. I think you're
Yep.
good either way. I think either way.
You are.
I think
you're
it's, I think
just
it's,
gonna
I
be-
think the
Zach
market. I
presented
think the
that.
market for
Sorry.
missing a toe is way higher than a market for adding a toe.
What's
I-
your theory behind that, though? Why?
What about
why?
foot
Why is
fetish
less
people?
more?
Because I think there because one, it's not
It's
like
different.
it's
It's
not like
unique.
it's not like that toe is like going to be sexier or whatever, but like
You know how
One more
the
to suck.
possibility, the
Five
possibility of
feet
towing
I've looked at
someone,
in my life, a
the
4
possibility
toe
of
foot.
towing someone.
Now
yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're
Yeah, but
talking.
Now
but
there's
then
extra
almost
space.
anybody can lose a toe. Not everyone can have an
Excellent
extra-
point.
Yes.
Excellent
Toe
point.
foot.
Sure, but
Whoa.
that doesn't mean you will lose toes. You can for sure, but it doesn't mean that that's something that like people are going to adjust to and normalize. But if you all of a sudden are just like, yeah, I was born with 8 toes and 12 fingies, like that's
But if you
You
have
need a
12
toe, I
toes,
can
you only
get
have 8
a toe.
fingers.
I get you a
That
toe.
one works
you
out.
couldn't even say that with a straight face.
More fingies.
I
Would
want
you
those
rather have
fingers, though.
more
Fingies.
fingies or less fingies?
more fingies or more toesies. What do you want?
Ugh.
Potato,
Extra tootsies,
Potatoes.
less tootsies.
fingy potatoes.
Ugh.
Well, we got to
Okay.
the bottom of that one.
Like
Yeah.
fingering.
Wow.
I can't-
I like that though. I mean, that's the type of completely nonsensical. There's
Thought
really no
exercise.
win either way. I think they're both kind of weird.
I'd rather have an extra finger.
Me too.
Just one?
Yep.
Yeah, just one.
But going back to your like, if you got it now, how responsive would it be if you got it now? Would it be like learning to walk with that finger? Would you have to like do physical therapy to like?
I think
get
you
it?
would.
Yeah.
I think you would have to like.
There's,
You'd
like,
have
no
to
muscles in
train
there?
your body. Yeah, you'd have to train your body how to
Ah.
like.
It would just
Make
because
it
it would just get in the
reactive.
way otherwise. Like there's a
Mhm.
whole
Right.
like you got to
It's like
figure
your
out
finger
the
was
whole
in a
process
coma.
with it. Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if you went to get a manicure, if they would charge you extra because you have more
Would have to
fingers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
have to.
Do you
But
get a discount if you have less?
discount on the pedicure.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think you can negotiate.
getting my nails
Evens
done
out.
tomorrow, I'll
Evens
ask.
out. Evens out.
Please.
Please,
Yeah.
please do.
Or it
I would-
evens out though, because you're still
But I need
there's less in
20
one and more in the other.
I need you to ask it like this. I need you to say, "Hey,
Mhm,
if next time I come in,
mhm,
I have 2 extra fingers
mhm,
but 2 fewer toes,
mhm.
what's the price?" I need you to ask like,
She's gonna ask me how many designs
And
I
the
want.
reverse. Would it be cheaper if I had less toes and more fingers? Or
more toes.
You come in there, you're holding
Hard out here.
scissors for some reason.
Call them fingies, though. Call them fingies.
I had less fingers.
I'm
Would it be
curious.
cheaper? I don't know. What do
do
you
you have any
think?
towels and bandages?
I think a man saying fingies is probably the least attractive thing I've heard in a
Oh,
long
I've
time.
done way less attractive things than that.
Don't
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
Challenge
that's
him.
Not even top 10 for me. No, that's the hottest thing I could do. Just say the word ham.
Paul Mooney's wine pouch asks, "Would you rather sit in a comfy chair or lounge on a couch?"
By yourself?
Yes.
Wait, what were the
Comfy chair
Like
or
a
couch?
recliner chair?
Couch all day, couch.
Yeah, because
Sure,
you can
same
lie down on a
recliner chair.
couch. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Any chair, like traditional chair, obviously I'm not. If you can lay down on the chair with this different type of chair we're talking about, but I mean like any type of, my back starts to hurt after like anything more than like honestly, like I feel like within an hour.
You get that
my
weird
back-
mid back thing, right?
Yeah, it just starts to hurt after a while. So I'm like on a
Yeah.
couch, I can at least go like fully horizontal, and then I'm like my back is
But-
then realigned.
Even in a recliner chair where you can go horizontal, it's not nearly as
It's
comfortable.
not the same as going
It's not
full
nearly
horizontal.
as comfortable.
Yeah.
Is this
It's
for
couch all the way.
sleeping or for like watching TV? Because if I lay down, I'm gonna fall asleep. So if I'm just
Okay.
like, if I
Yeah.
want to watch something, then I would prefer a chair because I
It's
need
holding you
to
upright.
remain awake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like the recliner chairs that kind of you can rock them or like swivel them and stuff, you know?
Mm,
Oh, you can rock any chair.
if you do it
Try
right.
hard enough.
Emily was desperately trying not to fall into an innuendo there. I'm just gonna
Trying.
not say anything about that. I haven't ever really owned a super comfy chair. I wonder if that's on
Yeah,
me.
I'm curious what people mean
Huh.
by that. I am kind of curious. Like I don't know
Like,
what that actually
I'm
Like
is.
a
thinking of one of
really
those
wide
chairs
recliner.
Herman
where
Miller.
when you
like,
sit in it, you like sink into it. Like you are fully
Hard to get- you gotta rock to
depressing
get
the
out.
cushion. And yeah, when you try to get out, you have to like use both hands, all 12 fingers to push out
Yes. Use all
because
8 toes.
you're deep in the chair. I mean, I've had comfy couches, but I've never. I guess it's like an old man thing, right? The idea of the recliner or
Yes.
the comfy
chair is-
chair
lazy
in
boy.
the-
Yeah.
in the TV room, in the den, in the living room, what be it?
That's
But
dad's chair or whatever.
dad's
like,
chair.
that's-
I've never
Yeah.
my
Nobody
dad's
sits in
chair.
this but Dad.
My dad's chair that he had, I didn't like that chair that he owns. You're listening, Dad. That chair that you used to have by the window with the ottoman.
Walter
By the
Mays
wall.
insulted your
That was
partner.
not
Air
a
Walter.
chair. That was not comfy enough. I need something comfier than that. But yeah, I think it's got to be couch for the most part.
I actually have an old man couch, so my couch has recliners on either side,
Oh,
Mhm.
well,
and
You're-
it's very comfortable.
Yeah, my
Um,
grandma has a couch like that. Like you push the button and the bottom flips up
Yeah.
and extends and tilts back.
Yep. Like when my parents come over, it's very hard to get them off the sofa. They just come over and just like me.
That's this weekend. That's what you're looking at this weekend is both your parents in the recliners on the couch, locked
With-
in.
Yeah, with their
and
iPad.
make sure they're not watching anything that's sexually suggestive on
Y-
TV, right?
You know what? They can do that on their own time.
But
I
on
just-
the regular, on the common TV,
Yeah.
nothing crazy is what you're looking for.
Not when I'm there.
Trip TV says the recliners are always off to the side of your TV setup, probably because you have a couch. What about if it's like a Friends, Joey and Chandler situation where you have the two chairs? Is that just
Well,
Like one of those
solo
change the-
bachelor roommate
The lineup.
mode?
Yeah, that's people that aren't trying to have anybody over.
Set it up correctly.
Just
There are
fix it.
solutions.
Just do it better.
Yeah, just do it right.
Let's do it right, and then we won't have any issues.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Trip TV also said that he threw a couple steaks on the stove And I have to ask, even if you're on the East Coast, isn't it a little
Maybe
early
lunch.
for a couple of
Lunch.
steaks on
I
the
mean,
stove?
you could do
Lunch?
No.
lunch.
Yeah.
I do lunch.
Yo, I'll eat a
Steak
steak
and
right
eggs?
now. I'll eat
Yeah.
a steak.
Yeah.
No
I had steak
rules.
and eggs yesterday
It's
I'll eat
never
a
too
steak
early
right
for
now.
steak.
for
Yeah.
breakfast.
Steak and
Okay.
egg.
All right. Well, universal approval of the steak on
Could
the stove
be making a steak sandwich. You know,
during the mailbag. Could be.
Now I want a steak.
Or
Yeah.
could be eating dinner somewhere. That was my thought. Dinner every day around 2:30.
And maybe this is like
2 to
a
3.
intermittent
Oh.
fast schedule
2
type
to
thing.
30.
Maybe it works
2
nights.
to 2 minus 30.
Maybe it works early mornings.
Mm.
It's true.
Well,
Yeah,
good for you,
I was
Flip TV.
if I was doing intermittent fasting, I could be eating dinner at 2:30.
I just forget when I try to do that.
Yeah, I
I
end up
start
forgetting
it's just
too.
like,
I'm
I
good
was
for like
fasting. I wasn't
I'm
supposed
good
to
for
I'm
like 10 days, and then I'm like, oh wait,
Yeah.
and
I'm
I get
like,
really hungry for a 10 a.m. meeting, and then I
I'm like,
just open up the
oh,
window.
it's 4 o'clock now. Now I can eat. And then I'm like, oh wait, I had tacos like 6 hours ago.
Oh,
Like,
wait,
when-
oh wait,
I
I
already
ate
broke the rule.
breakfast. Yeah.
Then you start doing the math. Well, if it was 6 hours ago, how much
6
longer do I
hours, now
have
I gotta
to
wait?
wait?
I gotta
And
wait till 2 a.m. to eat. This is bullshit. Like,
Mark Andner, that's Mark Ordner. Have you ever been the guest to your partner's family holiday party? Were you ever a guest after only recently starting to date?
Yeah.
yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, and like I always like weirded out by I'm like, why am I being invited to like a family gathering? We've been dating for like 2 weeks. Like what is this?
Why'd you
I
agree?
Maybe that's why he started dating you.
Mm.
He had to bring somebody to the
Yeah.
holiday party.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It
a
was
beard.
seasonal.
Mike and Dave need holiday dates.
Yeah, there we go. They needed. That's the sequel.
Mhm.
Just need someone to go on a safety meeting with.
It's good though, because then you get to see early on if you want to continue that relationship.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
You look
usually
at
I
that family,
don't, so, yeah.
the MAGA uncle or something, and you're like,
Or like
I'm good.
I see where they get this from. Really, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I remember I did Christmas with my girlfriend and her family, and her cousin brought a date, and that was by far the most entertaining part of the whole weekend. And
What
I'm
was-
pretty sure I told this to you guys 4 years ago, but we're gonna run it back because time flies and memories fade. So he worked
I
for
wasn't here.
PG&E, which is like the
Electricity.
gas and electric up here. And so the first thing is it was at this, they have like a little 3-house compound up near the Russian River, so it's kind of in the woods. The first thing when this dude walked in was he wanted to talk about where they get their natural gas from. And he's like, so what, like, do you guys run like a propane? Like, he just had all these.
What?
Check your meter.
What is wrong with you as a person?
Oh my
He really
god.
loved PG&E, I guess.
people.
He really
that's
like
that's like a second or third meeting conversation.
No,
not day
no.
one.
Fucking weird thing to
you have
like.
to lead off.
Hey, I
with
need
it.
to know something about this place.
Hey,
Yeah,
do you
but
guys
you
run a
wouldn't
gas
give a
line
fuck.
through here?
I
Or
have
like, how do you do
questions.
it? What's the deal? You got a tank on the property, or like, how do you do this? And so we were staying at a hotel that was 20 minutes away, let's say. And so we were meeting up to have dinner. On the way to dinner, he stopped and got lunch.
What?
On
It's a long 20
Christmas
minutes.
Day.
Wait,
And
what was
it's in
open?
This date?
And it's in Guerneville, which is not a big town. So
No,
there's
Guerneville's
not a
not-
lot going on.
No.
He stopped at a place called Koalas, which does
Okay.
Chinese
Like-
food and burgers.
Sure.
Ooh,
As
And
you
he got
do.
okay.
a burger from Koalas in the middle of the day. Then he shows up to the house where we're going to be eating shortly. And then they like forgot something. So he left and went back and
Got
like
another
was
burger.
gone
Oh,
for over an hour.
druggy.
Came back, and then later that night when he was leaving to go back again, they stopped at Koala's a second time and he got sushi.
What?
How
he
big of a
ate-
gentleman are we talking?
Huge appetite.
He
Huge
wasn't
appetite.
that big.
No, but
What-
sometimes the skinny ones can really like
High
put it away.
potential?
Yeah, high
Crush
What
potential.
happened is that he had asked for a joint, and I gave him a joint. But then it turns out that this guy's like I think like Methodist or some kind of like religion that I wasn't familiar with, and he actually didn't smoke weed. So this was like,
Was he just trying to be
Was he a
cool to
cop?
ask you?
What's
for
happening?
just,
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah, right. Like, hey, I'm gonna be a
I'm telling you, this was
cool
like
How
one
do
of the
you
most
do, fellow
insane
kids?
performances
Like,
front to back by this gentleman.
So it's
So
just
he asked for the
munchies
weed.
the whole time.
He's
Like
like
starving.
on sabbatical here for like a week or two, and he's like trying new things, I guess, like
Oh
pot.
boy.
Like a
So he's-
Methodist would.
like
So he
pot.
smoked a joint to himself. He ended up getting 2 meals from the same place on Christmas Day, different, like
Support
a
local
burger
business.
and sushi.
Yeah, support local business. Yeah,
I'm not mad about that.
But he also
wanna
like,
know
didn't
how it
really
was.
eat dinner.
Of course
at
not.
Christmas
How
dinner.
is he?
Burger.
of course not.
And he's driving
So he-
around stoned. He doesn't know where he's going, and he's gone for like long periods of time, stopping for food.
Can I tell you what the worst part of this story is? I don't like the word sabbatical being used if you're not British. That's a British word. Okay, like I don't like sabbatical being used.
What would you?
I don't really feel
What word
comfortable
would you
using it, honestly.
prefer for someone trying
Hiatus.
drugs and
Rumspringa.
alcohol?
Rumspringa. Yeah.
Rumspringa. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on a Rumspringa. That's what
Okay.
was
There we go.
happening.
Yeah. Or say sabbatical with a British accent.
Sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
That was pretty
Butter.
good.
But yeah, it was
So
my
butter,
first
Phil.
holiday with Isabel's family. I'd met them before, so that was
You must have looked great compared to this dude.
I
Yeah,
looked
you were there,
fantastic.
like,
And then they capped it off by having a big fight, and he left.
Oh,
Wait, who had the
no.
he had the fight with who? Like his
The
Wow,
cousin
that's-
and the dude had a fight.
oh, okay,
and
not with the
dude
family.
left.
Okay. He didn't have the fight with the
About what?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Was it because he had a
I don't-
burger on the way to dinner
I
and
don't
didn't eat anything at
know.
dinner?
I don't even
or...
think it was that.
Hey, you're being fucking weird around my family.
I think it was something else.
Stop asking
then,
about the
like-
natural gas.
And then she was stranded. Like she didn't have a ride, so like she had to be picked up, and then somebody had to drive her
Ooh.
back, and it was just like it was such a distraction.
Yeah,
It was wild.
that'll happen.
So yeah, don't
Well-
smoke weed for the first time at Christmas. That's what I learned.
No
not,
promises.
not nearly on Maze's level, but the first Thanksgiving I went to with Jamie she was going to her cousins in Orange County. So it wasn't her mom or anything like that. I had already met her mom and stuff, but everything was fine. They're vegan, but they said they were going to allow us to bring meat to the, a dish or two
Really?
with
How
meat. So
gracious
I'm like,
of them to allow that.
right,
No butter.
and then literally the day before or something like that, they just decided no meat at that point. And then
fuck
Jamie felt bad because we couldn't cancel. And
No, you
let me
can't.
just
at
tell
that
you,
point,
You could,
right?
when
I'm
you
sure
try to
if they change the rules on you, you can absolutely cancel. That's crazy.
Didn't feel comfortable.
I'm bringing
And
a
then-
pig then, a full pig.
Well, that
But
wouldn't
they
help
don't-
me.
They don't know how long you've been preparing for that meal. Like that's so
Right.
disrespectful.
It's
That's so
expensive.
rude.
It might not have been the day before, but a couple days before. It was in that
Still,
sense.
No.
But then
matter.
it was just the big piece, like the big vegan meal-ish type of thing was beef Wellington, but instead of beef was mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Wellington.
Yeah. Just Wellington. And then they just remember just as soon as we left the house, she just looks at me, goes like this, and then out at McDonald's. And I'm like, whichever one's open.
Whichever one is the shorter line right now.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's horrible.
Yeah, mushroom
Ooh.
Wellington doesn't even really work
Like,
because
no,
if you
it
cook the
didn't
Was it,
work.
mushrooms
port-
that
was it a
long-
portobello or was
I
it
could-
just like
I
a
could see
bunch
it
of
was
mushrooms
like
instead
an
of
argument
It
for
was
like,
like
a
diced-
tofu Wellington.
Okay.
Diced mushrooms,
Mm.
like
I don't.
Like,
I just don't think that
just
made
like
it
kind
work.
of combined like a meat patty in a way, or just loose
like-
mushrooms.
Like a mushroom
no,
loaf.
it was like
Ugh.
packed in tight to kind of
Okay,
create
yeah.
a thing. But the thing is, the
Ugh.
moment you cut it,
Oh, it's
everything
Fall
falls
apart.
Like
Yeah,
it's-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's over. Like
Yeah.
it's so it was
Butter.
just like
you need a lot of butter in that.
Oh, it's the
wild.
mushrooms release.
Not well. The vegans won't let you.
I stand by my statement that like if I am preparing for like a potluck or an event that I have to cook. Honestly, I am thinking about what I'm bringing and like planning that grocery trip and like when I'm cooking for like weeks ahead of time.
For
I
sure.
cannot, like 3 days out is not enough time for me to recalibrate. I'm bringing chips at that point. If something,
I'm not
if
bringing
that,
shit.
yeah, actually,
Like,
I'm
I
probably
mean,
not,
you-
but-
No,
like-
because you don't know
Yeah.
what's. It's so hard because you don't know what's actually like. You just kind of don't think about.
I'm bringing a bottle of scotch. That's what I'm bringing, and it's for me.
And it's for me.
only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a solo bottle.
Yeah. Sorry,
Just
this is
get really
single-server.
high, and then maybe you'll like it.
Maybe you'll go to a Chinese
doubt it.
restaurant.
Maybe I'll pick up a burger on the way. Yeah.
Dude, when he went for the second round, I was blown away. I was stunned. I was
So
like,
he,
And is
so
he
he
coming
got,
back
so
with
he
it?
got a meal, then went to dinner, didn't really eat,
yes,
left, and then
Got
got
hungry
a
again.
meal?
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Also, a burger, Chinese food, and sushi all in the same restaurant.
I don't think he got the
I need
Chinese.
to know more.
I
You
think
got
the
burger
Chinese
from the
food
from the
would
Chinese
have been
No,
the
yeah,
safest option.
acceptable.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Anytime I see
every once in
burger
a while.
plus this plus that,
Yeah.
burger and sushi is an absolute no-fly zone as a combination.
I don't
of-
want you to be able to do a lot of things well. I want you to do a
One
couple
thing
of things
great.
great.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I want. Yeah.
Like I will say that
Yeah.
if a Chinese restaurant, they like especially if it's in the middle of nowhere, they do probably have chicken tenders and burger, like the kids menu, like available.
It's got to be,
So,
yeah.
like,
That's
that
got
is
to be safe.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
but I'm still not. I'm still not
It's
ordering
pretty-
it. But
Not
like,
what you're going for.
like,
as
you
an
can have-
adult.
You can have mediocre burgers, but it's still like pretty hard to fuck up. A
yeah, it's like like
Yeah.
the school lunch burger that you used to eat.
Yeah.
It's like it was edible. Like it's
it was
it's
like
definitively fine.
pretty
as
solid,
a food
like, yeah.
option. Yeah.
Sure. You guys are doing a lot of politicking and advocating for having a burger at this
I
point.
was just defending the Chinese restaurant offering burgers on the menu. That's
yes,
what I was
yeah.
doing.
I'm not
I'm
defending
not
this
talking
dude.
about his. Yeah,
That's
no.
Yeah,
I'm
him.
defending the restaurant having the burger on the menu. Yeah,
But I still don't want to go to that restaurant.
I agree.
Okay. Good. I'm
Well, we
glad.
need to know, was it on the kids menu or not?
Well,
that
I-
makes a
I don't know,
difference.
like,
I've never been. I've
Chinese
never
food
gone into
restaurant-
this
you gotta
place.
go.
Chinese food
Get
restaurant
your
on
ass
Christmas
over there.
is
Every
legit.
time I
though.
see it, I think
That's
about
not
this
bad.
Chinese
dude
restaurants are the only ones that are open on Christmas.
eating
so-
there
And they-
twice a
yeah.
day, and I just laughed to myself. And I-
Don't we know enough to pull up the menu online? Don't we have enough information?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
I gotta know.
We got it
We're
in
getting
the
hung
private
up on
chat.
this-
He really
we're getting
doesn't
hung
want
up
to,
on
though.
this location.
Koala's Fine Foods. Okay, front page. We've got sushi.
It's called Fine Foods.
Koala's Fine Foods. There
But
you go.
the banner.
I mean, this
picture-
bento box doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
This is
But the
fine.
banner picture is a burger.
Yeah,
Brief
but these
history
are,
of
these are all
sushi.
stock photos.
Yeah, the burger doesn't look
Sorry.
bad. It doesn't
Yeah.
look great, but it's fine. It looks fine.
Oh,
There
Where's
you
the
go.
Chinese
Look
food?
at it.
I'm
Picturing it,
confused.
though.
The
Yeah.
chicken
Actually
sandwich
does not
looks
look good.
disgusting.
These are
Oh,
stock
it's
photos.
Koala's Burgers and more. Yeah, this is interesting.
What is this? Mushroom bell cheese steak? No.
I'd
That
try
looks
it.
like what Mo had for.
I would try it.
Yeah, that was that mushroom Wellington. Yeah.
Like,
I'm
look,
high
that
on
doesn't look
Christmas,
good, but
I'm
that's not
fucking it up.
terrible.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
not terrible.
yeah, but I thought this was a Chinese food restaurant. This is where
I
I'm
don't think
confused.
it's
I don't see any
Chinese.
Chinese
Yeah.
food is
Yeah,
as far as I've seen.
It's fine food.
It's
is
Okay,
Japanese
so
food
it's
and
just
burger.
It's a
sushi
Japanese
and
restaurant,
burgers.
yeah.
Yeah,
This is
And a
American
chicken
Japanese.
hawk
yeah.
sandwich.
that chicken
What's a
sandwich
chicken
looks
hawk?
terrible, though. Look at that thing.
What
That
is
looks terrible.
chicken hawk?
Those are sad
Stumptown
tomatoes.
sandwich.
Yeah, what is a chicken hawk?
Big burger.
Is it a different
Beef,
breed of
goat
Chicken hawk is,
cheese,
like,
and
smaller,
fig
right?
jam.
Are they doing their burgers on English muffins?
No, I think it's just a
It
very.
kinda looks like it.
a ciabatta,
The
maybe.
fig, but the fig,
It
but
does
the
look like an
fig-
English muffin.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, guys.
Mm.
I don't
So
know.
let's
Not
go,
interested.
guys. What are
let's
we doing for the
Go!
holidays?
Mailbag road trip.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yep, we can all make a bunch of Thanksgiving food and then go to Koalas
I'm gonna
instead.
go to Palm Springs, but I'll go up to Koalas. Instead. That's fine.
Maze, did that guy
We
ever
have
come
to
back to
burger.
another family?
No, he's gone. He's been disappeared. Never
Okay.
heard from him since.
I mean, he left her stranded. What would you?
Yeah, it was good. Good times.
I hope he's listening.
Hey Daddy 36
Right in.
says, if you could eat one extinct animal or plant, what would it be?
Can we get a list to choose from? Because I can't really think of any because they're extinct, and that means they're out of sight, out of mind.
And we
Talking
don't
about,
know
like,
if they're good. Like
Pterodactyl
dinosaur?
eggs.
I want
Woolly mammoth.
chicken wings, but pterodactyl wings.
No,
That's
my
what it
That's
pterodactyl
is.
gonna be
wings.
kind of
So-
like gator. I
pterodactyl
think it's gonna be kind of tough.
Yeah.
So my answer
chewy.
for this is fried
Leathery.
dodo.
Yeah.
I want like
Okay,
a
well-
fried chicken, but it's a dodo.
Dodo
And
takes
then-
that very personally, and she is not happy
Dodo.
about it.
Oh.
We're gonna fry you up, girl. We're gonna fry you up, Dodo.
They're gonna eat you, Dodo.
She's not
We're
even
gonna
going
eat
to look
you.
at the camera to acknowledge you.
Irish elk, harlequin frog, pinta giant tortoise, woolly
No.
mammoth.
No,
Hmm.
A woolly mammoth is probably good.
It's
Sea
probably
cow?
yeah. You got
it's probably gamey. Mm-mm.
It's got to be kind of.
It's probably like eating bear.
Just like it. That's
I
what
don't
was
want any of
thinking.
it. I like what we've got to work with.
No, it's got to be some kind of dinosaur. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe pterodactyl eggs, like scrambled eggs, pterodactyl. Because like you have duck eggs. Duck eggs
Yeah.
are amazing.
You have duck eggs, yeah.
Yeah,
A duck is basically a pterodactyl, but like in
Yeah.
2024. So
right. Exactly.
How many
soft.
people could you feed off one pterodactyl egg? Like, how big are we talking?
I don't think they're. I mean, probably.
Let's see.
You could probably
Maybe-
scramble up like 8 eggs in
Yeah.
one pterodactyl egg.
Fabergé egg? What are we looking at?
Fabergé.
No, bigger. Bigger than that, probably.
Bigger. Okay.
What? Yeah. Can we get a screenshot from Jurassic Park? I'm curious.
Pterodactyl egg, 60 millimeters in length. Very helpful for
60
for you
millimeters.
on
I-
the
I
metric
love
Still
it
don't
in
know how big
inches.
That is.
16 grams. Does that sound good? Does that sound
Okay.
like a good size?
60 millimeters, so like 10 centimeters.
What
Three
about like?
Centimeters? What?
3 inches.
You know what I bet is
16 grams is not even an ounce.
Eden's got the tape ruler out.
Careful, Eden. I care about you. I bet.
Ally.
I bet if you fried up, kind of in a chicken wing style, T-Rex arms, those are good.
Like chicken
Oh,
wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Mm,
I
wouldn't
bet
be
that's
too
good.
I think it's
muscular.
gonna be
It's like a
tough.
giant drumstick. Yeah, because they're not
Yeah.
functional, right? They're too
Mhm.
small to do anything with.
Oh,
So they
they would be-
probably.
fatty though.
That's
Right,
good.
exactly.
Like chicken
Yeah.
thigh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Take
so.
it.
I think you guys are going to be really disappointed when you get them wangs.
It's gonna be a lot like alligator meat, I think.
I
Yeah,
love
or
alligator.
turtle.
I don't know if
Gator's
I'd
great.
want
I lived
I've
in
never
New
had that.
Orleans.
Done in a
All we
chicken wing
all we
style.
ate was gator meat. Like
Oh my
gator
God,
meat,
yeah.
skewers, like, fried gator, yeah, all the above.
Yeah. Oh, gator skewers. Like buffalo gator skewers. Whew.
Hell yeah.
What's your? Somebody just put it in the comments. But a saber-toothed tiger. Like, what do you think that meat's kind of like?
That's like eating a
Gamey.
cat. So I
yeah,
don't
if you
know.
eat a
like,
cat, I don't
yeah.
know.
Gamey. I mean, we're not
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
tiger meat or
Don't
lion
like
meat
it.
at this point.
Have we
Herbivores.
tried it as a society?
Joe Exotic definitely tried it because they were poor and they were killing tigers left and right. We would know if
Yeah.
it was good. He would make
No,
it a
you're
business.
still going with the freaking outdated meat from Walmart.
You have to.
Yeah.
Someone's got to eat it.
Chef Goldblum says dino nuggets made out of real dinosaurs.
But
oh,
what kind of dinosaur?
What kind
They
of a
have to be in the
dinosaur?
shape of the
What
dinosaur
kind
they're
of a deal?
representing.
So a brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that's what Trip TV said.
It has to be a dinosaur of some kind. I'm with Zach. when he said that.
Unicorn steak fingers.
Oh, that's not a real
Taste the rainbow.
animal.
A peckercorn.
what about that one rhinoceros that's extinct? Kind of like a
Yeah.
unicorn, right?
Sure. I mean, close to. Yeah. I mean, still not quite.
Not
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite there. We're getting closer.
Mulling
Though.
it
That's
over. Keep
sort of.
thinking
I
about
don't
it.
actually know if we are.
Well, you know, if you put enough,
What's
Butter.
happening?
it might work. Bonk's Adventure says, would you rather go see a no but or well okay improv show?
Well, okay.
Death by anything else.
Variant.
No, but you
truly-
have to live.
I truly
Mm.
cannot stand bad improv where people start saying, "No, actually, it's like, just build."
I
off the
can't
fucking
stand
joke."
improv.
Just build off.
I don't
No,
care what
improv
the level is.
improv is bad as a practice, but if you're going to do any of it, you do a lot better for the conversation when you adhere to the yes and.
If I wanted to know but, I would just post on the internet.
Right.
I have no but. I don't need to see it anywhere else. I'm actively working on it.
You're sitting.
It's just a fact.
You can't say you're actively working on it when you're sitting with the dog on your lap. That's not.
I actively worked on it today.
Can and she did.
What if
I'm
she
actively
has that
recovering.
butt device that like makes your butt cheeks go like
Yeah, what
this?
if I have the peach?
That must be really uncomfortable though. Like, do you have to stand the whole time? Because if not, like, are you shaking because your butt cheeks are going like this?
I've seen videos of it going a lot of different ways. Laying down,
Yeah.
standing up.
Emily, we
They add a lot.
Yeah.
We're
talk about
going
phrases. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Emily, don't change.
I can't.
Have a
Not
great summer.
possible.
Don't change.
I've scrolled all the way down in the mailbag questions article, so this is probably years ago. Juice Stain asked, which is a worse look? The jersey over the hoodie or the home team hat with the straight from the office attire?
Jersey over the hoodie.
Yeah. That's
Wait, what do you? What?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is it just wearing a hat with whatever you wore to work? What's wrong with that?
Suit. Say
Right.
it's a
Like if
suit.
you're like in like khakis and a dress shirt or something like that.
Oh,
Or...
what if you just didn't have time to change between your meeting?
Yeah.
And
Is the hat forward or backwards?
Oh, if it's
Are they wearing a zip up vest?
If it's forward, now it's yeah, that's also a great question.
Backwards hat, zip up vest.
Oof.
I'll take the jersey with
Now-
over the hoodie. I'll take the jersey over the hoodie in that case.
Please, I'll take the jersey over the hoodie back.
That's tough. I'm still gonna say jersey over the hoodie is worse, but I don't feel confident in that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
They're
with
both
the-
terrible options.
They're
Like,
both real bad.
congratulations.
Yeah, they're
Congratulations.
both
You
bad.
found the shit.
Patagonia jacket and let's say corduroy pants.
Corduroy?
With the home team hat.
Who wears corduroy pants now?
Gentlemen.
Actually, I have a pair of corduroy pants.
Not
That's not an answer.
It's wintertime. Yeah, it's cold out. You need some friction heavy pants to keep you warm.
You
Are
guys don't-
corduroys ribbed for anybody's pleasure?
They do make an interesting sound.
They make a great
Yeah.
sound. It's kind of a cool feel if you're, you know.
Yeah, why does
Rub
it
your hand
exist
across
now that
it.
I think about it?
It's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
It's like
Who
seersucker.
thought, like, Do you
Like,
think
thought of
corduroy pants came first or Ruffles potato chips?
who was that? Like, you know,
One
we need
gets
our
signed
pants
after
to
the
have more
other.
traction. Like, you know,
Ruffles.
like
Yeah, Ruffles, right? Yeah, Ruffles were first.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the pants were first because you just
Yeah.
have somebody looking at a chip and then looking at pants and then looking at the chip,
That's how-
looking
that-
back
When
and forth,
was
and
the
then
potato chip invented?
ridges.
So Maze has the corduroy pants. The reason how we got to Ruffles.
Yes, that's my
Potato
thought.
chips.
Not the other way
oh,
around.
so it's the
Not
the
somebody
egg, not
looking
the
at a
chicken.
ruffle and then looking at pants and
Yeah,
then
which one is
saying,
the
"I
chicken?
want chip pants."
The chip is the chicken. No, the chip is the egg, and the pants are the chicken.
No, the chip is the
Butter.
Okay,
the
corduroy
pants are
pants. Corduroy pants were invented between 1776 and 1787 in Manchester, England. Big shocker.
yeah, they were.
Not buying it.
The potato chip was invented in 1853.
Yep.
At Moon Lake Lodge in Saratoga Springs, New York.
But ridged potato chips?
But I'm guessing the ruffle
For your-
ridges stuff
That
probably
technology didn't
at
come
least
until
3
later.
years later,
Yeah.
minimum.
Let me see
So which
these
one was first?
corduroys from the 1700s. Because
Good question.
They can't be comfortable in the 1700s.
There's
Nothing
no
was
way.
comfortable in the
oh,
1700s.
so itchy. Can you imagine?
It was also probably like the wider corduroy and not like the
Yeah.
end one.
They're
But-
probably just more pleats than anything.
Wait, what was the
They're just giant pleats on your
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait. I actually don't really have a problem with the jersey over the hoodie though.
It's an
If
awful
it's-
look.
Is
It
it
doesn't
really
look good.
cold though?
If it's cold, it's acceptable.
You
No.
look stupid. Yeah.
You're going to a
Don't wear
game.
just don't wear the jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, jerseys in general just aren't
they look bad.
Great on the normal human physique.
Wow, Eden, I feel targeted.
I wear jerseys all the time, but
yeah.
But I don't wear them with anything though. Like I don't wear them over a fucking hoodie. Like I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, it's just jersey, like jersey with basketball.
The
shorts
only
or
time
leggings.
it's acceptable is if like you're a player on the sidelines who's not playing, right? Like that's the
No.
only time I'd be like, okay, fine.
No.
But like,
I do think NBA coaches should have to be in uniform.
I think all sports coaches
Jersey?
should have to be in uniform. Why is it just
Yeah.
baseball?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to see.
You should look
kids.
stupid too. Everyone
I
looks
want
stupid
I
together.
want a hockey manager, coach, whatever the fuck they're called.
But
I want one of those guys in pads.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Mo, like, on that point, wouldn't that maybe drive who ends up being coaches? Is that you kind of have to be in shape? Like
That's not going to drive these egomaniacs.
That's not going to change anything. That's not
It's
changing.
even better if they're
Eden,
fat.
it might open it up more for us realizing how irrational a lot of these guys
I
are.
watched Bobby Cox just absolutely fill out a uniform in the worst way for 30 years for the Braves. Like that, he did not care how that looked. That dude was disgusting.
man, that just blows my mind that like people just I'm gonna stop. Never mind. I feel like I'm about to say something really mean. Just like
Do it.
Space.
I just like if you're a coach and you got to be in a jersey, like why wouldn't you like try a little bit to like be presentable in it?
They're busy coaching.
Oh, too busy coaching. Oh.
Yeah,
Coaching's
you
hard.
gotta wake up at 4 a.m. and sleep in your office.
You think that's going to motivate Tibbs to change?
I was
his
more thinking that
lifestyle?
it would just like maybe they just wouldn't end up being coaches if we lived in an alternate world where if that was the outfit to begin with, it just wouldn't
No,
be people that
I
were
don't-
incredibly out of shape that end
So
up in those
only
roles.
people like Spo
We got
would
fat
be
doctors.
coaching
That
if
should
we
be
had
fun.
this regulation.
Yeah, we do have fat doctors. That's a good point.
Doctors that smoke.
Mm-hmm. Doctors
And
that
then they
do
want to
heroin.
talk shit to us.
Yeah.
We got ketamine queens out here killing our beloved
Doctors that-
celebrities.
Doctors that play Russian roulette every day.
Ketamine queens.
It's true. That's what that lady who
Ketamine-
killed
Ketamine
Matthew
Queen
Perry
was-
went by. The ketamine
Yeah.
queen.
Ketamine Queen was the original song title to Caribbean Queen.
Ketamine Queens
changed
is
it.
the current title of this episode. Unless he comes up with anything better than that in the next 15 minutes. So Alex J. Burnett asked, "What weird smell do you like?" Like,
Man,
does
I
anybody
love-
like the smell of
Gasoline. Yeah, I love gasoline.
I like
Gasoline smells
gasoline,
great.
yeah.
I love the smell of baby powder, like baby powder scented
Ew.
deodorant.
hate
I know. I
deodorant.
understand like the people that don't like it, but I
baby
just love the
powder
smell.
scented deodorant?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know exactly what you're talking
powder,
about.
Powder Fresh,
Powder Fresh.
It's not the
band
worst.
deodorant.
It's not the worst. It's not
Powder
the
Fresh
worst.
band
yeah.
roll on
It
deodorant.
is.
Baby
It is
powder
the
smell.
worst.
Yeah, it's great.
I also
don't really have one.
permanent marker's not
Leather?
bad. Permanent marker's not bad.
Yeah, permanent marker's pretty decent. I like leather, like the smell of new leather.
But that's
Yeah.
not. Is that a
Like
weird
a
one?
new car.
I thought everyone.
I don't
kind
know
of-
if that's weird. Like a new
Yeah,
car
it's not
smell, like
weird.
stuff
Yeah,
that's
well, maybe we're
uh,
just a group of leather daddies. I don't know. Maybe we're all just in the fetish group.
That's just
Butter.
the algorithm we're in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what smells.
I like kimchi. It doesn't necessarily
That's
smell
not-
good.
That's I don't know if that counts.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like the smell of like if you have your hand like on metal for a while and then you smell
Ugh.
your fingers. I kind of like
No,
that
like
a little
pennies?
bit. Like when I worked in, like when I it's
Like
it's
you've been
kind
holding
not like
change?
pennies, but it's so no. I mean like when I was working briefly in that metal shop, like that was something where like my hands would smell like the metal,
Yeah.
and I was like I don't like this, but it's
Not
also kind of like
bad, yeah.
alluring at the same time. Yeah.
Like you keep smelling it, even though you're like, why do I keep smelling it?
Yes, exactly.
I like how when you like squeeze a lime, your fingers smell like Trix cereal.
I like the way
Try it.
Boogie smells after being at the park. You know,
Smells like the park,
that kinda-
like
Yeah, it
grass.
smells like the park.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like golf.
Yeah, I like
The smell
basketball.
of golf.
Oh, the basketball smells
Yeah,
great.
golf
I
has-
love
I mean,
the
this,
golf.
this isn't a weird one, but like
Yeah.
brand new shoes.
Oh yeah, I love
Mhm.
yo
Oh,
new
great.
shoes. It's like new car.
the new
yeah.
shoe smells. Yeah, it's like a new. Exactly. It's
Oh
great.
my goodness.
Definitely new though. New shoes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not a freak
Yeah,
with
no one
6
said
toes on each
anything
foot.
about used shoes here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got, I think. I'm trying to think of like weird smells.
Yeah, weird
Which
ones that
is
like most
worse?
people don't like.
This is
yeah.
from KJ Chiron Dijon. Body odor or bad breath?
Body odor. Body odor is worse.
That's a
Bad
tough
breath is
one.
bad breath is tough.
I don't
but,
know.
Like, I just
both.
think
Let's say both are not
I think
addressable.
Yeah, I mean, I think you smell the body odor more than you smell the breath.
Yeah, you can avoid the breath more than you can avoid the body odor.
Yeah. No mouth stuff.
Yeah,
What if
that's
it's someone
true.
you're intimate with? I feel like you're getting in that
Still
mouth.
breath.
Either one of
Then
those
I
things.
think I can deal with the body odor. I mean, I guess it depends on how severe the body odor is.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you're
not doing
fucking,
this.
I don't
Like,
think so.
Yeah.
I'm
If
just
you're
not gonna
fucking
get
body
involved
odor
with
is still
someone that
worse?
has bad
Oh,
body
let
odor
me
or
clarify
hygiene.
this for Katie. Some people when they do get intimate, they do kiss. So that like that maybe
Oh.
that's yeah.
We don't all do Pretty Woman rules.
No.
Oh,
I own a
okay.
paper bag, okay?
Oh.
I don't own
Yeah,
a
you get
paper
access to
burlap
one hole
sack.
at a time.
And it's not the one you think.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, luckily I haven't had to
You okay, Eden?
deal with. Yeah, Eden's uncomfortable. Eden doesn't like this conversation.
Yeah, I mean I've definitely dealt with more women who have body odor than bad breath. I don't really recall a whole lot of
Really?
people with bad breath. Like maybe moments where like they
Yeah.
had garlic, or
Got
they
garlic, yeah,
Like
I know.
morning
onion
breath or
whatever.
something?
Something they've
Yeah,
eaten
morning
has
breath.
Morning
created
breath,
that, but it's not
everyone deals with that.
consistently
Yeah.
like bad breath kind of
Yeah,
thing.
halitosis.
But like,
Yeah,
with
whereas
bad body odor, like, is that just bad hygiene? I'm like, don't understand that.
No,
Like,
because
Sometimes.
a lot,
I
at
think
least in
body odor is
LA,
easier to address, maybe.
a lot of women in LA are into this like natural deodorant thing. Guess what? Doesn't
doesn't
work.
work. That
Does
does
not
It doesn't
not
work. And
work.
so
Like,
like that is where
Not
it will
true.
go through.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah, you like that, Zach?
No, I
some
didn't
people
like
just
that at
don't
all.
shower as often as they should.
No, but
But like, that's a hygiene
remember-
issue. Like,
Yeah,
they
it's
can,
it's usually a
they can
hygiene
fix it.
issue. I think for both it's usually a hygiene issue, but there
Yeah.
is like genetic, like halitosis is
sure, it's like some people do
Right,
have
naturally
that.
smells
yeah.
There's
bad.
also like a condition where your feet
Yeah.
smell really bad. It's like a medical condition.
Oh, they smell like
That's-
tortilla chips.
Yeah, but like with
I
natural
like the
cheese
smell
on
of
them.
tortilla chips. What's
I
wrong
Not
with
off
never
that?
someone's
like that.
feet.
not
No,
not
no,
after
no,
they've
no,
been in
no.
It's like
shoes
a-
for an all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked with a girl that would take her shoes off and you could smell them, and it was
Yeah.
Used
it
to-
was like
gross.
tortilla
used to
chips,
work
and it
in
was
a
not
movie
pleasant.
Is
theater.
there like no self-awareness for people like that though? Like,
Yes,
you
no,
must
there
know.
are
There's
people that
not.
You must know.
Yeah.
I worked in a movie theater with a dude that like he'd
I'd
go
be
work in the box
mortified.
office and we could smell him outside, and like it was just nasty. It was
Oh,
we were
his
like,
feet
dude,
or just his body?
I've worked in a
general?
his
warehouse with
body odor,
someone.
his body
Oh.
odor in
They wear
general,
the
and he
same
had
If
clothes
I
all
no.
week.
forget to put on
sweating.
deodorant when I
Oh,
leave the house, I
Lord.
go buy deodorant at the first CVS or Walgreens that I
Yeah,
see.
that's a terrible feeling.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
first thing
like,
I do in the morning.
get
As
up
I
and yeah,
slap deodorant
Yeah,
on.
it's rare, but
Mhm.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if it does happen, like, the first thing I do is I'm gonna go fix it. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not buying natural deodorant that doesn't work either.
God, it doesn't work
No.
at all. It works for
Oh,
like maybe
She's
6
like, oh,
minutes.
the
and then it's-
aluminum.
Yeah. Yeah.
You smell like shit.
Aluminium.
It's a
Meanwhile, they're like
mitigating
doing coke on the
amount.
weekends.
Yeah.
right.
What's natural?
Calling the ketamine queen.
Ketamine queens. Let the ketamine queens have their own beauty regimen. Okay, don't mess with it. It's working.
That was the funniest thing about the whole like vaccine stuff to me. It's like I'm not putting them up. So like I've seen what you put in your body. And that is
Yeah.
the
You
least
sure?
of your worries.
Well, if they could
You put
snort
me
the
in. Like,
vaccine,
that
maybe
is-
they would.
Whew.
Jake at I Am Cohen Crazy says, "What company / product do you wish sponsored you?"
Clausen pickles.
Well, Katie just aimed real high there.
Or Grillos. I will also accept Grillos.
Was
I think-
I
I
like
think it's
both
pronounced
about
karma for
Clausen's,
I think
and
it's
Grillos
pronounced
commented they
Glorilla.
were upset.
Katie says Dill. She wants to be
Dill.
sponsored by Big Dill.
Dill.
Actually, I like the baby dills.
Still dill though.
So I've heard.
I'm a sex queen.
I feel like they've gone out of
Okay.
business, but if they were still around, Mrs. Fields cookies.
No, they're still alive.
Still,
No
I
one
go to
goes
a
I have
mall.
not.
Fields?
Yeah, go
I
to a
have
mall
not-
anywhere.
go to
in
a
I
Middle
mall.
America.
rarely see them, even at the mall. There used to be so
Go to
many in LA.
Glendale. I guarantee in the Glendale Mall, there's
Ain't nobody's
fucking
trying to
Mrs.
go to
Fields
Glendale.
everywhere.
No, they're Mrs. Fields is still
That's
going
got to still be
strong.
going.
Then
That,
I'd like
I am wondering why that is the cookie brand that you want to be sponsored. Why
I love
Mrs.
Mrs. Fields
Fields?
cookies. When you get a Mrs. Fields cookie fresh out of the oven too,
Specifically?
it's just there's something about it just
Mm.
perfect.
I mean, it's a good cookie.
I take a
don't know,
Tito
it's not
sponsorship.
I mean,
Tito's.
you know, like Nike.
Tito's and
I just
pickles.
love
I don't-
like,
Nike.
send me
Nike
shoes all the
is what
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like the obvious
was-
stuff is Nike.
I was thinking like
the-
Apple, like, and then like
Yeah.
expensive skincare brands was next.
Maybe a
like,
realty company
yeah,
that's gonna
yeah,
get me a
like someone
house.
that can
Yeah.
sponsor me with a house. Like,
Dude,
I'll
Zach
take
Harper,
a
house
Heinz
model.
Group sponsorship.
Zach just takes photos in different houses every month. That's
Yeah.
big house.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
who's
you know
sponsoring
what? Like
Zach.
maybe Marriott, because
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
a
a
good
people like
one.
go and
Thinking.
stay in
You're
hotels.
thinking.
Airline or hotel would be
Yeah,
really
that's the route. Yeah,
good. Yeah.
I'd
airline
like a
or
weed
hotel.
brand.
Delta. Delta, come just give me whatever flights I want. Let's
One
figure
for me,
that
one
out.
for Eden's friends.
yeah, but
Man, I
one for
got
all
a
of my
problem with
friends.
Delta,
Yeah,
dude. They don't. They
I'll
won't
connect
let
them.
me fly
I'll be the
with my
liaison.
dog from LA to Hawaii in the
Cabin?
cabin. I can fly anywhere else in the States. You could do it. LA to Hawaii, can't do it.
That's weird because it's not even that long of a flight.
I mean, it's to Hawaii. It's to anywhere to Hawaii. They won't let you fly.
Oh,
And I'm just
Oh,
like,
you can't bring your dog in.
Oh,
no,
okay.
you can though. You can bring your dog
Oh,
to
just on
Hawaii.
a-
You
on
have
a
they
to,
just have to
you
be
have,
not a-
in
you
the.
have to be
you
on
have
the
to go through the process of all of that stuff. Other
Oh.
airlines do allow it. Delta does not, and
I would never put my dog under the plane ever.
Yeah,
no,
no.
the number of dogs that die under the plane is so high.
Yeah.
It's like no. So kind of got screwed by Delta there a little bit.
Mm,
You know what? Fuck you, Delta.
Yeah. discrimination.
We stand with Luca. Okay.
There we go.
I think if you have an allegiance to an airline, you end up eventually hating that airline, and then you maybe jump to a
Mm.
different airline, and then you end up
Well,
hating that
It's
airline.
not an allegiance. It's just the points, though, right? Like,
Right,
it's
that's
not
your
because
allegiance.
you
That's all
love
I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
it's
that's the
just
problem.
like-
It's
Okay, I
allegiance.
was like, no one chooses to
I
like
got
be.
the United credit card, and so I'm a United customer, and I
Yeah.
fly United, and I try to look at United flights, and then United canceled my flight, and now I want to switch flights, and then I joined Delta, and I get a Delta credit card, and then they
They-
fuck me over.
Or it's like you need
They
to go
all suck.
somewhere and it's
They all
just like
suck.
incredibly
All airlines
expensive
suck.
versus
And the
like
thing that
any other
sucks is-
airline. Yeah.
Like
Didn't
we're
Spirit
committed
just go
to
out of
being-
business?
Yeah,
Did
because
they?
they
Yeah.
sponsored you, Katie. Last straw.
I said I wanted spirits to sponsor me, not
It's not
spirit. Very different.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing in
tech
terms
brands.
of sponsorship.
Tech brands for
Like,
sure.
what do I spend money on?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, what do I spend money
Skincare,
on?
skincare
Can
for
big
sure.
food
Skincare.
sponsor me?
Like a grocery store.
Yeah.
Maybe Whole Foods, but that's
Can Uber
Amazon.
Eats sponsor me?
Amazon?
Zach should have said Air One.
Amazon
He fucked up.
sponsoring you would be wild. I feel like that'd be too much power.
Yeah. Give me all the
I'm
power.
being sponsored by movies and grocery stores and
You have to pay
delivery
taxes. It's awesome.
and music.
Pharmaceuticals.
Got it all. It's just universal sponsorship.
Apple's a good
yeah.
one though, Eden. I like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What would be the number one perk for you? Would it be a computer? Would it be a phone?
The full ecosystem.
You just get it. You get it all.
I was talking to someone. They're like
Vision
they were,
Pro.
they
Okay,
were talking.
you have an Apple sponsorship, but they say you have to wear the Vision Pro for a year straight.
What do you mean? Like I can't
Oh.
shower? Like I have to wear it when I shower?
Anytime you go out in the world, you have to wear it. You have
Pass.
to wear it for work.
Pass. I don't want it that
I don't
much.
like
I don't
that.
care. Yeah, I don't care that much.
We
I
already have
care
the
about my
product.
image a lot more
we
than
want.
that. Yeah.
Wow,
I'll
still
just,
got standards. You're not selling
yeah.
out for Apple, huh? Not all the way.
No, not for the Vision Pro specifically,
Not
just
for
because I know
Vision
how
Pro.
uncomfortable it is. Like it's so like it's just like leaves a giant mark on your forehead and it's like extremely heavy. Like I would develop neck issues. Like you'd
Oh,
literally
yeah.
like you would develop issues. Like it's like I want to say I don't know 10 times as heavy as the Quest, which is like the
Well, not just physically. I think that would give you issues just like then when you try to take it off and be a normal person. Like,
Oh, yeah. No depth perception.
You're gonna, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, you're stuck to it. You have to fully commit to
I'll get
permanently being a
your
Vision
land
Pro
legs
person.
back.
Land legs, yeah.
Land
Did
leg.
you guys see the cruise that like someone was proposing? Like it was like a Trump term cruise, so you wouldn't have to be in the United States.
Oh, it was to get away from Trump.
Yeah,
International waters for the next 4 years.
pretty much.
I remember when he had that boat parade and they all sank. That was so good. It was just too many boats and they were capsizing and sinking left and right.
Too many boats.
Too many.
Gonna need a
Would
bigger
you
boat.
want to be sponsored by PlayStation?
I'll take
Eden?
PlayStation.
No.
I'll take PlayStation.
That
Why
doesn't do
not?
anything for me.
Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo fits more with me because like I kind of retired from
You're a
console gaming, but like
Switch person. You're
I
constantly.
also have a
promoting the
Steam Deck,
Switch.
so you know, I'm not console exclusive, but I do use handhelds more than I use consoles because portability. I mostly want gaming when I'm traveling, and so if I can't travel with it, then I mean, the PSP. I don't know if they're still making games for it. I did like the PSP a lot when that was a thing, but I don't know if it's still getting updated. I feel like PlayStation's just leaned into really overpricing their consoles for like a little bit more memory and storage, but I'm the only one.
Gotta keep
talking
rolling
still,
it forward.
so.
Eden's the only one talking, so we're all listening very attentively. We're locked in on what Eden's
Well, yeah,
talking
I'm bored by myself at this point. So.
I was looking at PSP written down, and I wondered if anybody has ever pronounced it.
You know,
I would
I
like
knew
to be
exactly
sponsored
where
by
you were
Big-
going when you started that, so I almost.
It's
did.
been a long week.
God bless them
It's been a
if
long
they
week.
did.
It's Friday, baby. We're almost through it. We're almost through this week.
I had a GPS that BWI Airport, which is Baltimore, Washington.
Well, be careful
International.
saying
They called
the.
it BWI.
Okay, I was gonna say be careful.
People really did call it that?
GPS.
No, I had a
'cause that's
GPS
slur
that
now.
called it BWI.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
That's,
you can say it.
Wait, what?
I'd be
Don't throw a Y
careful
on
doing the
GPS.
with the GPS because it's a slur. I would be careful with that one. I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
They like to be called travelers, I think. Or
Yes, they're
wanderers or some shit.
vagabonds. Yes, fortune tellers. Yes, that's what they are. Andrew Kim says, "What's the dumbest thing you believed as a child?"
Oh,
I thought
so
dogs
much.
pooped out of their tails.
oh, that like being late
And I thought
matters.
chipmunks were baby squirrels.
oh, that's cute.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go back to the dogs pooping out of their tails thing. You owned a dog as a child?
No,
Okay,
but it just
You
made
saw-
sense to me. And then I was like, so what's up with horses? Like, how are they doing it? Because
they
that's
don't
a
have
mess.
as much
If it's coming out of the
meat in that tail. It's all hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just made sense to me that it would just come out of the tip of the tail. Like, come on, guys.
Come on.
Science.
But you had a dog?
Obviously.
No, I didn't. I had a cat.
Oh, okay.
And you knew cats pooped out of their
I'm so
butts.
confused.
By the time I got a cat, I realized how we're doing it was buttholes. But
Oh, yeah.
you know, early on,
wild,
I'm
though.
like,
Yeah.
just making assumptions.
You would have to because the cats are very proud of showing off
Yeah.
their buttholes. So
Yeah.
Mine was that
I-
being late matters
when
at
I was
all. Like I was like
I agree with
trained-
that.
That's why I have anxiety is because like my parents taught us to believe
up,
that
Mo.
if we were like 5 minutes late for anything, that like it was the end of the world. Is the whole like model minority mindset thing. Like,
yeah. When I
Can
was
we-
in high school,
Can we
I thought that-
retroactively send your parents to raise Mo?
You have to understand, Arab Standard Time is very different than everybody else's.
I've learned that I'm the only person that's ever on time for anything. Like literally nobody is on time. Like I'm like the only person that shows up on time to stuff. And it's because it's like I can't turn it off. It's like ingrained in me. Like I would rather be 15 minutes early than
My mom
than, like,
is 15
being
minutes
late.
early for everything. My mom and I will agree. So like we're gonna go see a movie. The movie's at 1:10. The movie theater is 15 minutes away.
She
I
wants to
say,
leave at 12.
We'll leave at 12:45. She is
wants to
in
leave
the
at
car at
12.
12:30. We've
No.
agreed upon a time that's early.
She's honking
too
the
early.
horn at 12:30.
She's early. No, she won't
Yeah,
honk
she
the
just
horn.
patiently waits in the
She'll
car.
just go sit in the car.
Yeah, my dad does the same thing.
Dude, it is.
I do that to my
always
dad
hell of a move.
when we need to go somewhere. I do that to my dad, where it's just like he's like,
Called time
okay.
to-
I'm like, I'm in the car because that creates the urgency
Yeah.
to get him to move. As for the question, I feel like it's kind of common, I guess, but like thinking everybody with the same last name was related.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
All those
Um,
Smiths.
I know how many Smiths there were when I was a kid.
Huge family.
So many.
So many.
I think I told the story already, but when I was younger and like, the Dr. Kevorkian thing was happening a lot, I asked my parents if euthanasia meant because there were Japanese kids throwing themselves off of train platforms, like youths in Asia.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever said.
I mean,
that, and I
not
thought
that
the
dumb.
National
That's not
Mall
that
was
dumb.
a big shopping mall in DC.
Is it not?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, the
No.
National Mall is like where the
See?
Capitol building and the
Yeah.
White
How would
House
anyone
is.
know that?
Yeah.
Well, that
Well, I mean,
goes-
I live near DC, so someone made an announcement at school about a protest going on at the National Mall, and then I asked them which mall, and then
you're like, if
everyone
I can't get to Claire's,
And
I
did they
swear to
have Mrs.
God.
Field?
Mrs.
Spencer's?
Fields has some strong opinions on the deficit.
Mrs.
Protesting
Fields
Mrs.
and
Fields.
what's the
Auntie
Anne's,
Anne.
Auntie Anne's.
Auntie Anne is at the Capitol building right now.
Where
With
was
that-
she
I'm
on
voting
January
for Orange
6th?
Julius.
With
Not
that
really. He's
thing that goes on top of the
Yeah,
beverage.
right.
That's legislation now.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
the National Mall thing sounds like Zach's beef with cars having title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe mall means something different, and we just started calling shopping centers malls for some reason.
Yeah, I think it just means area or like group
Hmm.
of buildings or something like that.
All right. What are the
But-
provenances of the word mall? Let's see.
Provenance of the mall. Mall definition.
Mall.com.
A large
let's see,
building
it
or
says-
series of connected buildings.
Huh.
A sheltered walk or promenade.
Yeah.
So there's no roof.
Well, the
On the
National
National
Mall
Mall.
doesn't have any of that, and the buildings
group of
aren't
buildings.
connected, but it is like a
It's a
bunch in
series.
a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
I
bunch
think
of
they probably weren't
buildings.
getting enough traffic, and they started calling it the mall to trick people like
Yeah.
us to go
So people would
there.
think that they're
Let's go
shopping. Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
mall.
It's Black Friday. There are no sales. Let's go
What
Yeah,
is-
ahead.
they're like,
this is
nobody
this is a
comes
really
here,
whack
guys.
mall, guys. Yeah. What is it? The museum's free today?
So my dad, not only did he have a not very comfortable chair, he also really, 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 really pushed and tried to convince me for years that he would eat my toes every night and they would grow back in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
That's
For
I love
so long. And I'm pretty sure I'm 6 years old saying, no, you didn't. And
Prove
he
it.
kept going. He kept saying it over and over again.
Love
He
you,
also
Walter.
he also had a little disembodied like porcelain doll head.
Oh,
And he's like, this is
Oh.
your little brother.
Oh my god. Maze, if you ever have
Yes.
children, are you gonna have to like prep talk them through grandpa?
Nah, I'm just gonna
First of
throw them
all-
into the fire. They're just gonna have to deal with it. But I
Look
don't
how
know that
well
I'll
they
have
turned
that.
out.
I don't think that I'll have that type of sick creativity that he had to play these like weird. Like he
Well, we
was
couldn't Google
legitimately
stuff either.
trying to trick me. And I don't know that it helped or hurt. I think it was just it amused him.
we
that
couldn't
was
fact
it.
check.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't have the internet to fact check.
That's right. It was pre-internet. Now I'd just be shouting at Alexa. Alexa, can your toes grow
Hey
back?
Siri, is he eating my toes?
Gemini.
Oh, imagine if you had 12 of them too. That's more work.
Yeah. Maybe I do. And he ate the 12th one
Oh
and
no.
the
And that
11th
one
one every
never.
night,
Yeah.
Oh,
and they
shit.
never grew back. You know.
Do
Man.
you guys have like a Google Home or like
No.
the home version or Alexa or anything like that?
No.
We have it here.
I don't
and I
need
get
it.
irrationally
Yeah, I
annoyed
don't
when
need
the
it.
Alexa doesn't actually listen. Like
Yes,
when I'm
that's
like,
why I don't
turn
have it.
on bedroom lights, and it's like turning off bedroom lights, and it's like,
Yeah.
no. And then Jamie just looks at me going like, why are you getting so mad? It's because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to just tell like Philips to be like, hey, Philips, turn off the light. Like tell the specific apps. That works better than trying to do the whole home integration. It's just because like anytime there's an update, something's gonna break. And so it's just not a
Find a light switch.
I'd rather
reliable.
have the
Old
clapper.
fashioned.
Light switch is too far when we're in bed. The clapper would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
You don't have a bedside lamp?
But we turn on the bedroom light. Just
Well,
it'd be easier.
yeah, because it's like if you're in bed already and you realize that you forgot to turn off a light, that is always a bummer.
Yeah. I do like the turn off all lights.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind getting out of bed to go.
it's not the
turn
end of the
light
world.
off or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm like not tripping. Yeah. It's
My girlfriend is exceptionally good at waiting till I get up to go do something and then asking me to do something on my way. It's
Get her a glass of water or something.
get a glass of
Sister
water,
up.
turn out the
Anything.
light, close that
Anything.
door, grab my
Quite
thing.
It's guaranteed.
Whoa.
The moment I get up, there's 5
Grab
things
my
I'm going to
thing.
end up having to do. It's not it's not getting up to just turn off the light anymore, guys. It's I'm
Mhm.
coming back with a tray of food.
Yep.
I've got like
Hey, can you just like whip me up
your
like a
husband, it's your
burger and
job.
some sushi? Stop by Koalas on your
Yeah.
way out.
Roll me a joint.
Koala's fine cuisine, please.
Something like that. Just on your way, since you're up.
can you get a burger? Yeah, real quick.
Damon says, Lerv question. When is it too soon for a trip in a relationship?
Never.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
think
was
it's
like,
ever
I
too
would say
soon.
early on is a good idea because you find out so much. Like, I would
learn.
definitely, I mean, not after like the first date, definitely make sure you at least want to spend more than 24 hours with this person. Like, secure that first. But like, I would recommend it earlier than later because like you find out things about people that you never will. Like, I feel like going on a trip it has to happen before you can like before it progresses too far.
Just
like
knock out a quick weekend.
if you're already engaged
Yes.
with someone and then you decide to go on a trip together, that's too late. That's too late.
That's a mistake.
That's insane.
No. The perfect mark, I think, is about 3 months.
3 months. That 3 months is a
TV
good time.
says.
It's
Invited
when you
my
should
current
start
wife
doing
on
it.
a cruise after 3 months of dating.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
think
Yeah, that's risky, but yeah, like cruise because
Cruise
you're
is-
stuck with
cruise
them.
is
Like,
There's a story
like,
there.
if like things go bad, like on just like a weekend, like together, like you could just be like, well, I'm just gonna like go get my own hotel room. Like you can escape them, but like cruise is tough. Like you're stuck.
No
with
one.
them.
No
You
wonder
get
she married him.
stranded.
yeah, I think
Stockholm
I think you
syndrome at
Worked
that
out.
point.
Yeah,
you got to be sure also that they're not going to just kidnap you, right?
yeah.
So,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's them enough to make sure they're like safe, but
yeah.
like,
yeah.
I was definitely worried Jamie
won't
was
trust
gonna
maritime
kidnap
law.
me. So
I mean,
there
that's
was
a fair
concerns, so I had to wait a little bit longer.
Mhm.
I do think it's a good idea to. I don't think it should like hold you back to do it fairly early. I think probably at least 3 dates first, though.
yeah, I would say as soon
Yeah.
as you're sure you actually want to hang out with this person for like a full weekend, like let's say 2 days, like 2 nights,
Mhm.
like as soon as you vetted that, then like do it. Because like the earlier the better. Like I've learned that the hard way. Like, and I was just like, wow, you don't know how to use Google Maps, or you expect me to only be the person that uses Google Maps for some reason when neither of us have been here. Like it's just like these little things that like maybe some people are fine with it, but I certainly was not, and I was just like, this is never happening to me again. So like,
Wow,
definitely-
koalas again.
it's
on
always
Christmas.
koalas.
Third time
Always
today.
koalas.
Oh, that's crazy. But okay, is it different if like let's say you start dating someone and you already have existing plans to go out of town, let's say for a wedding or a family like holiday thing, since that's
Mhm.
close. If you already have existing plans, is it okay like on the second date, let's say, or like after the second date, or is it like does if I
It
think
depends.
making the plan a little
It
more
depends
of
on
a
how you
commitment.
know them too,
Okay.
right?
Like,
So like if it
it's-
was off a dating app,
Mm.
I don't think so.
Mhm.
You can't. Yeah, you
Yeah, that's
can't
not
do
enough time
that
to vet them. Like,
after the first or second date to bring them around family.
Mm.
I
I
think
think you
is
should
a
travel
big-
with them individually before you bring them around family.
Bring
Mm.
them
I
to
mean,
an
yeah,
existing
travel.
yeah, I
relationship.
also think that different people are going to view this differently because it's like, I'm Asian. I'm not bringing anyone home that I don't think that I'm marrying. So I've never brought anyone
Same.
home because like, it's just that you just don't, culturally, you just don't do it.
What
Like,
about what
no
about like
reason.
My
the
parents are the last
work-
person they're meeting before
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to get married.
last person they're meeting? Sounds a little ominous. Mo.
Yeah, that sounds like someone's about
Good
to
point.
die.
The last
like,
people
You-
ever meet
phrasing
are my
Phrasing.
parents. Yes, phrasing. That's what we
for,
do.
for
here.
approval. The last
okay.
approval
Yeah,
stamp.
yeah.
That's the final checkpoint.
I guess I'm just trying to come up with like if there's a pre-existing trip that's already in
Yeah.
the works.
Right.
Is that
I
a
think
more
that-
acceptable thing to invite somebody to
I
earlier?
think so. I think so. And I think also it depends on like financials
Mm.
as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like because if someone's like, hey, you want to go to Europe with me and go halvesies after like a week or something, that's kind of a weird
No.
one.
Yeah.
But if they're like, oh, I have tickets already to this thing and like, you know what I mean? It's like
I'm
makes financial sense.
Mm.
hold on. I'm not clear on this because like I am vehemently against like one person footing the bill for an entire trip. Like
no, I mean like if so you won't well, I'm assuming you wouldn't stay in 2 hotel rooms, so you wouldn't have to cover. You know what I mean? Like if they already had a hotel reservation and you were joining them, you're going to insist on paying for half of the room.
yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
No,
I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't
I'm not
ask
trying
you
to owe
to pay
anyone.
for half.
I'm not owing anyone shit. Like that's how I see it. And I hate it even more when I'm okay, I'm a very generous person by nature, like just like
Me
friends and stuff.
too.
I don't keep score in general, but like there's like too many situations in the past where I'm just like, okay, I am the one getting this round every single time. Like if people
Yeah.
don't start stepping up, like they're just I have to cut them out of my life. And it's just like I don't make enough money to be the one that carries, if that makes sense. And so it's just like
Yeah.
there's this weird thing like where like guys just like don't offer to pay for stuff nowadays. And I'm just like, I judge people on that. Like I am never going to like let someone pay for me on a first date, but if they don't at least try, like that's they're not getting a second date for sure.
If I invite someone to do something with me and like I don't say upfront like this is how much it costs or whatever, then like I expect that I'm going to be paying for it, right? So like if I already have a hotel book,
Yeah, okay.
booked, and like I was like, oh hey, I'm already doing this. Do you want to come with me?
Right.
Like
I
they're gonna have to
already
pay for they're gonna have to pay for their plane ticket, but
like if I already
okay. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
for work or whatever.
Okay.
And
Okay.
flying to-
Yeah. No, that makes
I have
that
to
makes
have this
sense.
hotel.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I'm gonna
thought-
be here.
Yeah, I misunderstood. Sorry. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going into
No.
planning a trip with someone and
I'm not
being
trying to be
like,
someone's sugar
That's
mama.
different.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put it on my card, but like I want the points, but like, like Venmo me, like, like
Mhm.
I don't know. There's just, yeah, I feel like I've been in a lot of situations where it's just like very clear that it's like I'm the one always being like, oh, I'll get this. But it's like when someone says I'll get this, you're supposed to get the next one. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Like,
I have a friend
It-
like that where I'm about to break up the friendship. Like
It's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes
Yeah.
with friends too. Like I'm
because
sorry, but like
it's like a mindset and an entitlement that I think it would be really hard to get out of. I'm like, oh, this is just who you are. Like you use people
yeah.
and you
Yeah.
don't give a shit about anyone else. Like that's kind of like if your friend's doing stuff for you, you should want to reciprocate. Like you
Yeah.
should, and you should feel weird not.
If you don't.
Yeah, you
'cause,
should
like,
be you should be
even-
driven by guilt and anxiety about being a lesser friend. And
Well,
Yeah,
like even in the
or you're a
situation,
feeling.
narcissist or sociopath.
like Emily, like you're saying, like say like you already had these 2 concert tickets and you invite someone to go with you and like you don't
Yeah.
expect them to pay for it, but they should like offer to buy dinner or something
Or
like
drinks or
yeah, they
whatever.
should
Yeah,
offer
yeah,
to
yeah,
buy
for
drinks
sure.
there, or like they should be like, oh, I'm gonna, let's get dinner before I'll get dinner, like I'll get drinks at the concert or something, like I feel like there has to be some sort of like reciprocity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think if someone said, "Oh, I have 2 tickets to this concert. Do you want to go with me?" I would still like offer to pay for my
I
ticket
would
unless
too.
they were
Yeah, I
like,
would
you
be
know what
like,
I
"Oh, how
mean?
much was it?" Yeah. If
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, no, then it's like, maybe I'll like I said,
Then you're like,
I'll
"Okay, I'll get
always
the
offer
drinks
to
or
pay."
whatever." Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird
Yeah.
though. So like a friend of mine had tickets to this like DJ that I'm not really a big fan of, but he didn't have anybody to go with. And I was like, all right, well, he asked me if I wanted to go. And I was like, how much were
really,
the
but yeah.
tickets? And
Yeah.
he wouldn't tell me how much they were. He's like, just come. And I was
Right.
like, okay. But
Well, you're
like
doing him a favor.
I would have been
Yeah.
very upset if like HA had said before, if like I had gone and then he had been like,
Yeah.
oh, it's $200. I would have been like, I didn't even want to see this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only went because I didn't want you to have to go by
No,
yourself.
but again, it's like what Katie said. You're doing that person a favor.
Yeah,
and,
that's
and,
true.
and helping them in that sense. It's not a
Yeah.
it's not
Like
the same.
we
in
both
that.
want to see this
Yeah.
person.
But if I'm being
like,
honest, in
Right,
that
right.
situation, if it's not something that I would leave the house for on my own to go see, like I'm probably not going because that's like a 4-hour commitment. It's not even like
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
You're
yeah,
not
you
getting
gotta,
me there.
you
but-
I've
need
been in a more yes mindset lately though, because I've been saying yes to things.
She'd be
that I
really
know
good
are-
at improv. Yes, and she's
Yeah.
in the yes and
Yeah.
world.
Yes,
Well,
and how
okay.
much is it?
Yes, and how much are the tickets? And what time is it? And what time are we coming home? And I have work tomorrow. And
Yeah.
I
Where's
like
the
to go to bed.
parking?
And is it a good show? And what
And do they have
extracurricular
cheeseburgers
activities
and
will you be
sushi?
providing? And can we stop at Koalas on the way?
I
Yes.
need a burger.
And
Koalas might be making a run at the Ketamine Queen title
Oh no.
for the amount of
Koalas
references
Queen?
it's gotten.
Ketamine Queens has a nice ring to it. Koalas is like it's the subtitle right now. It's
Koalas fine
stop-
dining. I don't
stop
know.
at koalas, fine foods on Christmas. You never know.
is that who we're trying to be sponsored by now?
I don't want that
think I am.
sponsorship. Yeah. Katie and Emily, you guys can have it. One
I'm
of you
open
can
to
have
it.
the burger and
Yeah.
the other can have the sushi and call it a day.
I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I'm good. I'm with Maze.
I'm
Eden
down, Katie.
is not
These
even if
sponsorship
Koala
names.
pays for it, Eden is out. She's out because then she feels like she has to reciprocate later on. All right. Thank you for listening to the mailbag. Thanks to Zach, Emily, Katie, Eden, and Mo. Will Mo sit in the kitchen next week?
Who's
Oh no!
who's
Next
go-
week I'm in
Okay.
Hawaii. Next week
He's
I'm
out.
in Hawaii.
He's gonna be
I don't
so
even know if
late.
I'm gonna
He's not
be-
even gonna fucking show up. That's
It
it.
depends what time I wake up.
Sold the car, taking that money to Hawaii, baby. I'm out of here. All right. I'm Maze. Catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.